overall, I was still very happy with the results. I was proud. I thought this looked fine. Some people didn't, right? Let's talk about the question of futzing. Futzing is a question that a lot of people have varying opinions on, because Kiko and Josh actually sort of had a debate about this on last week's stream, which I think was really, really funny and really engaging. Futzing. How much futzing is necessary for 1/6 scale figures? Should it be absolute necessity that we do it for all figures? Should it be only for the rooted hair figures? How much? Where is the line? What Kiko did with his Joker, is that the line? Is that too far? Is that not far enough? And with this one, I posted an update photo so you can see on my community tab for those who weren't happy with my original styling. I updated it. People seem to be much more happy with that. And since then, I've updated it even further, and I'm much more happy with it. So thank you guys for the feedback. Next time, I will be a little more thorough with sort of futzing the hair a little bit. Pennywise should be a lot easier because I know the care. I mean, I love Gandalf. I love Lord of the Rings. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. There's a quarter scale Sauron over there. But I think that Pennywise should be easier with the hair. And of course, I have a half scale right here that I can look at. So and I'm going to watch the films ahead of time now. But that said, Kiko, I got to ask you, bro. Futzing. Where is the line? How much futzing should we be expected to do as a 1/6 scale collector?
So when I go out to eat, something like that, because I love going out to eat, and I go to the bathroom and I stand in the mirror, I will check my waist, make sure my belt's straight with my little line, like the gig line right there, just like a military type thing, make sure that's in there. I'll sometimes check to see if there's some hairs out of place. I'll sometimes adjust my tie, that's fine. Make sure everything looks good. Shoulder shrug, something like that, to where everything feels like it's loose, it's flowing. I'm good. Wash my hands and I walk out. That's futzing. I'm not supposed to be going into the bathroom, putting my head under the sink, redoing my entire hair, changing my shirt, because there's something wrong with it, putting it backwards, whatever. That's too much. When I go and get my hair done at Amy's and she does my hair, I don't go immediately back into the bathroom and start messing with it because a professional touched it and I shouldn't have to do anything with it. This is what happens when I do my own hair. When she does it, it looks a lot
Your hair
better.
Looks good, bro. It looks good.
Thanks, man. It needs another cut. But when a professional touches it, you shouldn't have to do anything other than just like that. That's it. That's futzing. Adjust your tie just like that. That's futzing. When you have to go overboard and style, that is not futzing anymore, because now they should have hired you to make it. So that is where I think the line should be drawn, is that's fine. Move some hair out of the way. That's cool. Adjust a sleeve. That's cool. Pull the thing. Make sure the wrist is straight. The belt's all tucked in. That's fine. I do not want to have to sit there and do more work. It's a figure. I get that, guys. It's not the end of the world. But I am not a stylist and I am not a tailor. I shouldn't have to do any of that shit. I think it's obvious. As much as you do when you check yourself at the bathroom should be what you do with your figures. All right. You're not going in the shower at the bathroom and trying to redo this all again. There it is. Hopefully that makes some sense.
Yeah,
Probably
I think
not,
so.
okay.
And originally, guys, to give you some insight, overall, I mean, I'm happy with the analytics. Like, I think we had on that video, which was really exciting. I appreciate the support. We had, I think, 203 likes as of now and like 16 dislikes. I also think, by the way, I'm just going to throw this publicly out there. I think there were some fake dislikes on my Gandalf video because YouTube was removing them. So basically, I would have like at one point, I think I got up to like 18, and then I checked the next day and I was down to 15. So I was like, 3 dislikes just disappeared. So I'm not sure what happened exactly with that. But, again, the hair, I honestly, out of the box, this is kind of how I futzed it a little bit. I didn't do too much with it. And I did adjust it. So thank you guys for the feedback. But I thought it looked fine. I was just like, I need to maybe watch the source material one more time. But yeah, Marco, what do you think, bro? I mean, with futzing, especially with InArt, with rooted hair, I mean, it can look better. I get that. But I think from now on, I think there is going to be a little bit of futzing involved. I'm similar to Kiko, but I think it's just with rooted hair, just how it is. What do you think?
Yeah, first of all, the dislikes were me. I created 3 burners.
I knew it was you and
had
Gigi,
the figure
bro.
before me.
Yeah,
you had the figure before me, so I was
yeah.
We had to show some dislikes. No, but honestly, Zach has been saying, so shout out to the Oxfather. He's been saying since this figure was announced, he's like, this is going to be a wake-up call for a lot of collectors who do not understand the amount of futzing that will need to go into a figure with this much fabric, with this much hair. And so kind of from day one, I was anticipating and a bit scared away by this release. I do like Gandalf as a character. He's not one of my favorites. And I do think that it came out looking terrific, but I'm with Kiko where I just cannot be bothered to put in the amount of work that I know will need to be put into a figure to make it look as good as it can be. So honestly, with your review, I know you were saying you're getting roasted a bit, but I do appreciate that you're kind of showcasing what it may look like. And it doesn't really involve that much additional futzing, right? A little bit of water, a
Yeah,
little
it
bit of
wasn't
a
too bad.
comb, and you can, yeah, right. So you can shape it up fairly quickly. But for me, I'm more of a sculpted hair guy, honestly. Sculpted hair is the way for me because it just looks nice out of the box normally. You don't have to mess with stuff too much. But I'm starting to get a little bit further down the line. I'm going to get that Anakin, not to rub salt in the wound there, but I'm going to get that Anakin. I've got Aragorn on pre-order. We'll see what other additional InArt figures come out. But now I'm starting to, get a few more rooted figures, and I think I've got to be prepared to put the work in to make them look as good as they can look. So I think it's just an expectation management thing where they're not going to come out pristine out of the box unless you're really lucky.
Then they need to add that into the little diagram book that showed like all the posability. Here's the limits of all the restrictions of all the way the arms move. You need to put that in there too. Say, hey, for best way to do the hair and beards or whatever, here's our suggestion.
InArt did just say that in their recent video, though. They were like, they are going to vary from piece to piece. So,
and they did do that with the Joker, though. They put out a tutorial video and they said, when you get your Joker, it's not going to be as fucked up as Kiko got his, but when you get your Joker, here's what you should do to make the hair, even the sculpted hair. Here's what you should do to make the hair as good as possible. So I appreciate them holding our hand a bit, but our expectations do have to be managed. And as collectors, we do have to understand if you're not ready to put in the work, then maybe that figure's not for you. And I'm kind of conceding that this Gandalf may not be for me.
Honestly, though, Marco, let me ease your concern a little bit.
Okay,
because
please do.
Like I futzed this after I got some of the feedback because originally I thought it looked pretty much fine, and I was like, okay, it's good, right? It looks fine. Gandalf has a big fucking bushy beard and bushy hair, and I get what people are coming from. He doesn't sling his hair over his shoulders completely. I get that, whatever. But to me, I looked at it and I was like, he's like that. He's messy looking. That's kind of how he looks. So. And I realized I was like, okay, I can fix it a little bit and make it better. And I did. And since then I have even further, like I mentioned, but it really doesn't take that much. I am a rooted hair believer. After having this Gandalf and the Joker, it does take a little bit of work depending upon the hairstyle. But with Gandalf, I just kind of had to move some of the little hairs a little bit, separate a couple hairs and pull them forward and push the other ones backwards. Took a little bit of work, nothing crazy, like 5-10 minutes, probably 5-10 minutes of me futzing significantly, just focused on it, right? Not posing him, just messing with the beard. And it just looks so real. It looks so, and also it was a little poofy, so I had to kind of push it in a little bit, kind of push the hair in and down a little bit. But once you do that, man, it looks honestly, Gandalf, I'm not sure you could do it sculpted and have it look good. Like I think it would just look very toyish.
It could be Qui-Gon hair.
Yeah, exactly. Gandalf, I know why they didn't offer a sculpted Gandalf, because I think it would have looked like shit. I think that's why. So, and look, you can make the beard and hair fit. This honestly is an amazing figure. So if you don't like this styling, I have fixed it since, but again, if you don't like this one, you could easily change this.
There we go. And I'm really curious once you get the Pennywise in hand in terms of the outfit, right? We saw some early photos that maybe didn't look as good as, additional photos that came out after. So the amount of futzing that you're going to have to put in, I'm really curious to hear what it takes. Because yeah, it's just, like I said, expectation management, just a little bit more effort can make a figure look that much better.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm with you guys on the futzing thing. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's exciting. So guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I really love this Gandalf. It honestly is one of my favorite figures in my collection now. I think it's honestly, like, again, I showed it to my parents. Sorry, there's like a fucking fruit flies are everywhere in my room, bro. They go after these lights for some reason. They're like moths or something. Like they just,
you better catch them with your hands, bro.
I know. I'm like trying to be like Kiko, but I'm just not as athletic. I'm not Hayden. I'm not that athletic, bro.